Sean Joyce here for Cyber in 60, and today it's my pleasure to be with Chunk Amoy, best-selling author. He just told me over 5 books. I've written none, folks, and futurist. So Chunka, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Tell me, the first thing I want to ask you is, what is something in the next 5 years that excites you most?
Oh, I think there's a whole range of things that come together in the idea of collapsing cost curves. I'll give you an example. So in the last 20 years, genomic sequencing has gone 1 million times faster and 1 million times cheaper. In the next 5 years, it's going to cost less to sequence a human genome than to buy a Starbucks latte. That's going to be pretty amazing for science and medicine.
That truly is. All right, so you talk about really preparing the future for our kids in your latest book. Tell us, one of the things is you refer to moonshots.
Yes.
Right, and we talked about a long time ago, JFK had, right, we're going to go land a person on the moon.
Yeah.
If you had to pick a moonshot for cybersecurity, what would that be?
I think for cybersecurity, we have to choose to guarantee trust. Trust in terms of individuals interacting with governments, other individuals, organizations over cyberspace. If we can't guarantee a large amount of trust in those interactions, all the other amazing solutions we might build just won't work.
So how do we do that? Can you give me some examples of how we could do that?
Well, cybersecurity, we think about security, right? But in order to have trust, the other components are really important. It's identity, it's authentication of identity, that we know who we're dealing with, and that we can authenticate ourselves to them, that we have a working assumption of privacy. But the hardest thing probably is truth, to be able to understand what are facts and what are opinions. The old saying, we should all agree on the facts and argue about what they mean. Being able to agree on facts, getting harder and harder, in large part because we have so much technology that's being used in an uncontrolled way. So we have to get back to understanding facts and determining facts. And there's a whole range of developments around using artificial intelligence, using AI, taking advantage of real-time continuous monitoring, interacting at so many different levels that can help us with trust and truth.
Tell me this, one of the things that I think companies probably are concerned about when you talk about misinformation and disinformation is brand risk.
Yeah.
Right, and as technology increases, we're worried about deep fakes and some other things. How do you think from a social media or even a general media platform, we can maybe some ideas on how to build that trust?
Well, the first thing is that I think platforms are starting to understand their own brand risk for not taking advantage of tools to mitigate this disinformation. So if we can just fall back on the general principle that we're not going to rely on spreading misinformation in order to monetize it, that'll get us a long way there, right? Because if we start with responsibility, we have the tools to make that work.
And you actually, I heard you mention that Elon Musk actually tweeted something about how to actually build that.
That's right.
What was that?
Elon, it has tweeted a lot of things in the last month or so, some of which he's changed his mind on. But one of the things he tweeted on early in his sort of reconceptualization of the Twitter platform was that misinformation, hate speech was going to be, as in his words, maximally deboosted and demonetized. That's a great principle. I wish every platform would adopt that, including Twitter.
All right. I'd like to thank you, Chunka, for being with us today. And that's it for Cyber in 60.
Thank you.